In 1634, the Dutch Republic stood at the height of its golden age. Wealth flowed from global trade, and the prosperous merchant class sought new symbols of status. Tulips, introduced from the Ottoman Empire, became that symbol. Their vivid, exotic blooms were unlike anything seen before in Europe. What began as a collector's market soon became a frenzy. By 1636, prices were doubling week after week. Futures contracts for bulbs not yet in bloom were traded in smoke-filled taverns. Common citizens sold their homes and businesses to buy bulbs they had never seen. At the peak, in February 1637, a single Semper Augustus bulb sold for over 10,000 guilders. The price of a grand house on Amsterdam's finest canals. Then, on February 5, 1637, buyers vanished. Word spread. Panic swept the market. Prices collapsed by 99% within a single week. Fortunes built over years evaporated overnight. Thousands of Dutch families were left in ruin. Tulip Mania stands as history's first recorded speculative bubble. A timeless lesson: in markets driven by greed, no price is too high. Until suddenly, it is. In the 1990s, a small company called NVIDIA set out to make graphics chips for video games. For decades, it was a solid business. Niche. Profitable. But hardly a world beater. Then, in November 2022, OpenAI released ChatGPT. Overnight, the world realized that training artificial intelligence required massive parallel computing power. The exact kind that NVIDIA's GPUs had been quietly perfecting, for 30 years. What followed was extraordinary. From an all-time low of just $12 in October 2022, the stock began to climb. Then accelerate. Then explode. In May 2023, NVIDIA's quarterly earnings stunned Wall Street. Revenue had nearly tripled. Forward guidance was double what analysts expected. The stock surged 24% in a single trading day, adding nearly $400 billion in market value, in 24 hours. The largest single-day gain in stock market history at the time. The frenzy had begun. Data centers around the world raced to secure NVIDIA chips. Wait lists stretched to 18 months. The H100 GPU, priced at $40,000 each, became the world's most coveted piece of hardware. By June 2024, after a 10-for-1 stock split, NVIDIA briefly surpassed Apple and Microsoft to become the world's most valuable company. With a market capitalization of over $3.3 trillion. Then, in January 2025, a small Chinese artificial intelligence lab called DeepSeek released a model that appeared to match GPT-4, at a fraction of the training cost. NVIDIA lost nearly $600 billion in market capitalization in a single day. The largest single-day market cap loss in all of financial history. But the stock recovered. And then it kept going. By May 2026, NVIDIA had reached a new all-time high of $236 per share. A market capitalization of $5.2 trillion. The most valuable company on earth. By a wide margin. From $6 in January 2020, to $215 today. A gain of over 3,400% in 6 years. The bulls say this time is different. And they have a point. NVIDIA's data center revenue is real. $130 billion a year and growing. Every major AI model from ChatGPT to Gemini to Claude runs on NVIDIA hardware. The bears say the valuation assumes NVIDIA will dominate computing forever. At 35 times annual revenue, the market is pricing in perfection. Tulip bulbs were also very real. Very beautiful. Very much in demand. Until they weren't. So, how do you think this ends?